Culture Kids. Welcome to the show. We are a family podcast on a mission to explore the world, embracing our differences with curiosity, equality, and respect while celebrating our similarities. Today, we are joined by Miss Dorothy and Mr. Horace from the Jamaica Cultural Alliance to celebrate the diverse and beautiful island of Jamaica and its communities around the world. Today's episode will focus on Jamaica's languages, history, and landscapes. And the next episode will focus on Jamaica's cuisine, desserts, colors, and more.
Hello. My name is Asher, and I am your host along with my mom, Kristen.
Before we get started on our episode, we want to wish Parker a big happy birthday. Parker is in Santa Monica, and she turned 8 years old.
Thank you for being a part of our community.
And we also heard from Liam and Fred. And here's what they said.
Hi, Culture Kids. My name's Liam. Can you please do a podcast on Buddhism? Because today I went to a Buddhist temple for my great uncle's funeral. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Culture Kids. Can you please make me a cheetah show? Because I want to see cheetahs and a wife fairy. Thank you. Bye. My name's Fred. I'm 5.
What's your favorite animal?
Cheetah. Yay! Those are such fun topics. I've been to a Buddhist temple in Korea before. It was so peaceful and nice. And I love cheetahs because they're super fast.
Thank you, Fred, and thank you, Liam. We will make sure to get these topics in the works.
Now let's grab our bags and catch the culture train.
That's right, because we are going to Jamaica. Welcome to Jamaica. Take a look around at the stunning beaches with crystal clear waters, the lush green mountains that seem to touch the sky, and the vibrant cities bursting with life and color. As you explore, you'll meet kind and friendly people from many different backgrounds, each adding to the island's unique charm. The rich culture is full of music, lively dance, and mouth-watering food.
And here comes our guests from the Jamaica Cultural Alliance.
Well, hello, Culture Kids. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Asher. Nice to be with you today.
Hello, Culture Kids. It's so wonderful to be with you today. I'm looking forward to our session.
Thank you for being here. Could you tell us about yourself?
My name is Horace Alexander. I was born and raised in Jamaica and then left there to come to the United States for higher education. I'm involved with an organization called the Jamaica Cultural Alliance. And so when I heard Culture Kids, I thought, we have something in common already.
I am Dorothy McLeod. I am a founder and director of Jamaica Cultural Alliance. And our mission is to share all the wonderful things about the culture of the peoples of Jamaica and the West Indies at large. I was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, and came to the United States at the early age of 16. But my heart is always at home.
Thank you, Horace and Dorothy. Jamaica is such a beautiful island in the Caribbean where everything seems to sparkle like diamonds under the sun. But what I love most about Jamaica is the warm, friendly greetings you'll receive the moment you arrive and the amazing diversity of people who live here. Could you explain more about this mix of cultures?
You know, the best way to approach answering that question is to refer to the national motto of Jamaica. It is out of many, one people.
One people? What does that mean?
You see, Jamaica is one culture, but we have many people of many different backgrounds who comprise Jamaican culture. We say, I'm a Jamaican of Spanish descent, or I'm a Jamaican of African descent. So that is how we identify, because our history of our country includes so many people, but they're all Jamaicans at the core. And that's what's most important to us.
Thank you for sharing this. Jamaica has a rich history full of strong and resilient people. A long time ago, the Taíno people lived here.
So they were the indigenous people there.
Yep. But when Europeans came to Jamaica, life changed a lot for the Taínos. Some people had to leave their homes and things became very difficult. And later, the Europeans brought the Africans to Jamaica, but they were treated very unfairly and they had to work really hard without getting paid. Many Africans courageously escaped to the mountains to find freedom, and these brave people were called the Maroons. They found secret places to live and built new homes in the mountains and never gave up. Because of their bravery and history, Jamaica built a strong unified culture that believes in treating everyone with respect and welcoming people of all backgrounds.
And also, we have learned to live together. So we focus on that motto, and therefore we live together in harmony. So everybody helps everybody, and in that way, we do emphasize the motto, out of many, one people.
That's like a family. Me, Mommy, Daddy, and Arden. We are all different. So out of many, there is one people, one family.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Horace and Miss Dorothy, for sharing this with us. The history and culture of the Jamaican people and their ancestors teach us what it means to be courageous and to never give up. I think the motto also teaches us the importance of finding unity through everyone's differences. We are so grateful for the Jamaican communities around the world that spreads this message of making everyone feel included and welcomed. And of course, one of our favorite questions, what are the languages spoken in Jamaica?
The official language of Jamaica is English.
Thank you for sharing that. English is considered as the official language of Jamaica because of its history as a British colony.
It used to be a colony of Great Britain, but now it's an independent country within the British Commonwealth. So we still have a connection to Britain in that way.
So, of course, all these different peoples that came to this beautiful little island, each one spoke a different language from their own country. All of this went together to create, which is now considered a language called Patois.
Patois. Cool.
And Patois is based on the African language of Twi. And that is where most of the words come from. But all the other languages mixed in. There was a lot of communication with the British and the Irish and the people from Scotland and China. Therefore, there are lots of other little words. It makes up a beautiful sounding dialect called Patois.
Patois is one of many symbols of Jamaica's resilience, creativity, and identity. It reflects the strength and spirit of the Jamaican people who overcame many challenges and created a unique and beautiful culture of their own.
Because languages represent a culture. We learned this in our last episode.
Yep. Could you give us an example of how it sounds?
Example is someone would say, "What are you doing?" And in Patois, we would say, "Aweyadu." So, and somebody else would say, "I love you." And in Patois, he would say, "Me love you." So that's a little bit of what all the children speak and most Jamaicans speak. However, the official language is English.
Are there any other languages spoken there too?
Thank you. That's a great question. Because Jamaica is so close to Cuba and Central America and South America and Dominican Republic, the second language taught most often in schools is Spanish. So a lot of Jamaicans have some level of fluency in Spanish.
Same in America. Cool.
So as we discussed before, Jamaica's landscape is also diverse, featuring stunning beaches, lush mountains, waterfalls, and vibrant cities, all contributing to its breathtaking natural beauty. Could you share with us what the climate is like in Jamaica?
Well, one of the first things that visitors notice about the island is that everywhere you go, it's just greenery, greenery after greenery. It's just a lot of vegetation. There really isn't any desert area. The closest thing we have to anything with sand, of course, are our beautiful beaches on the coast.
Yay.
And the water is warm year-round, and it's wonderful.
We're in LA, and the water here is kind of cold. I mean, it's pretty here, but it's cold. So does it rain at all? If it's so green, the plants need water, right?
Exactly. One of the reasons for that greenery is that we do have a rainy season that begins around October, but the rain usually doesn't last that long, just enough to keep everything looking nice and fresh and green.
Hooray! That's cool.
Anytime between June and October, you will hear of hurricanes starting up in the area. Sometimes it's close by, sometimes it's far away, but you can go many years without being hit by a hurricane.
Hurricanes are strong storms that mainly form over warm waters near the equator, especially in places like the Atlantic Ocean, Caribbean Sea, Gulf of Mexico, and Eastern Pacific Ocean.
We make the best of it. So people visit all year round. Any time is good to be there. And we take care of our guests when it's hurricane time.
So as you can tell already, Jamaica is a popular choice for families to visit due to its stunning natural landscapes and boundless activities perfect for the whole family. Ooh. Could you share some of your favorite places to visit?
Well, Dunn's River Falls is a must. Everybody who goes to Jamaica wants to go to the Dunn's River Falls. Those are all natural and beautiful, and you can climb the falls and the water gushes over you.
When I was a little school-aged child, we had a little field trip to Dunn's River Falls. And actually, we were on the beach and we were swimming in the ocean. And as we swam over to a certain section of the ocean, all of a sudden the water was cooler. And then we realized, oh, this is not salt water anymore. This is fresh water.
Huh? Like it suddenly turned into ocean water?
Yes, you got it. And what had happened was the falls empty into the ocean. It's one of the few places in the world where falls end up in the ocean. So you could swim over one section and go over to that part where the falls joins the ocean and rinse off.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. Salt water to fresh water to salt water.
I've never experienced swimming from saltwater to freshwater, but I would imagine it's a super memorable experience. And to our friends listening, what do you think that will be like? So in Jamaica, there's a special place called the Blue and John Crow Mountains. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which means it's very important and special to people all over the world. So when something has that title, it could be because of its amazing nature, like mountains and forests, or because it has important history and culture, like ancient buildings or places where big events happened. UNESCO is the organization that helps protect these places so that everyone can enjoy and learn from them, and now in the future.
And Blue Mountains are one of them. Could you tell us more about it?
All right. That's the highest range of mountains we have in Jamaica. It's probably famous for producing some of the most exotic coffee in the world.
You love coffee, Mommy.
Oh, yes, I do. And I'm excited about this because I do love Blue Mountain coffee. It has a very unique light taste.
Because of the kind of climate that is there, that's what produces that type of coffee. Because we grow coffee other places on the island, which is also excellent coffee, but nothing compares to the Blue Mountain coffee.
Wow.
How a coffee bean tastes can depend on the climate, soil, and the way it's grown. Every family's different, but in our family, kids don't drink coffee, but I enjoy it every morning, as does Asher's daddy. This really makes me want to visit Blue Mountain even more.
Cool. Is it hard to climb? Like, can you drive up there with a car?
There's a winding road that goes almost all the way to the top of the mountain, and it's a challenge for people to hike all the way up. Actually, vehicles could only go up to a certain point. Bye-bye. And then people had to hike above, beyond that. So it's well worth a visit for anyone who's going there.
I'd love to visit Blue Mountain someday. Can anyone visit there, like visitors?
One thing about Jamaicans, I don't know how it came to be, if it's just the way everybody's raised, but Jamaicans are very sharing people. They love everybody, so they love when the visitors come, and they'll be happy and proud to show off their Blue Mountain. So no, there is no restriction, or nobody would be offended or hurt or whatever. They just love sharing.
Thank you, Miss Dorothy. We feel very lucky to be here. I know there are so many more landmarks in Jamaica, but would you mind sharing one more of your personal favorite?
Yeah.
Jamaica has a number of caves, and the Green Grotto Caves near Montego Bay is one of the most interesting that I have visited. It goes for a long ways in, and you see all kinds of stalagmites and stalagmites.
Stalactites hang tightly on the ceiling, and stalagmites with a G are on the ground. Stalagmites with a G are on the ground.
Yes, you got it.
We learned that in another episode.
And there are even parts of the cave where if you tap on different parts of rocks, you get different tones of music, a different kind of rock music, if you please.
Why do the formations make music?
Some stalagmites and stalactites in places like Green Grotto Caves in Jamaica can create musical tones because of their unique shapes and formations. When water drips or flows over them, it can make sounds due to the hollow nature of the formations. It happens because of how the rocks are shaped and how the water moves over them.
That is so cool. Who knew caves are musical?
As a matter of fact, one section of the Green Grotto has like a pool of water, and it has bioluminescent microorganisms in it.
Bioluminescence.
So if you stir the water, then the water comes with a glow.
Whoa, water glows? I've seen this in pictures, but didn't know it could be in caves.
It's a fascinating thing to watch, to see the water, which is normally just dark because it's in a cave, to see it lighting up.
I can't wait to visit the Green Grotto Caves.
Me too. It really sounds magical.
There are so many caves that can be explored in addition to all the waterfalls that we normally know about.
And lastly, we heard that Jamaica is a popular destination for bird watchers as well. Can you tell us more about it?
Jamaica is a place that has many different species of birds. So there is a great bird sanctuary there. And people come from all over looking for rare birds. You know, oftentimes tourists never hear of that part of our island, but rare birds and rare flowers are quite popular on the island.
There is so much to do in Jamaica. We don't have that many colorful birds here in California, so this sounds very fun.
But also, ecotourism is a big deal now. People are doing hiking and looking at sustainable type activities instead of the usual touristy stuff. But Blue Mountains is a prime location for ecotourism.
What is ecotourism?
Ecotourism is a fun way to explore and learn about nature while helping to protect the environment and support local communities.
I want to go visit the Green Grotto Caves and see some cool birds.
Me too. I can't wait. Wow, spending time with our friends Mr. Horace and Miss Dorothy and learning about all the beautiful things Jamaica has to offer makes me want to stay here forever. But we better go and check out some of these activities and landmarks before we catch our culture train.
Next time, We'll explore Jamaican food, desserts, and learn about our Jamaican flag. See you next time, Culture Kids.
We look forward to seeing you again soon.
See you next time.
And until then, we also invite you to continue with your adventure right where you are and check out some photos and videos of the Blue Mountains of Jamaica and their magical caves. What do you think it will be like to walk through the intricate limestone formations and see the dark waters glow with bioluminescent light? Let your mind and imagination whisk you away to Jamaica right where you are and join us on the adventure. And lastly, always remember, here at Culture Kids, you and your family are welcomed, included, and celebrated for exactly who you are. Thanks for being you.
Joke time! I'll go first.
All right, go for it.
What does a mermaid used to call all her friends? A shell phone, of course. Get it? Like a cell phone? A shell phone? Get it?
I might start saying that accidentally. Shell phone. Okay, my turn. What is the most watery alphabet?
What?
The letter C. Do you get it? C. Ocean C. The letter C.
Got it.
Thanks for joining us today. Please hit subscribe and reach out to us at any time at hello@culturekidsmedia.com or visit our website to send us a voicemail. We have exciting episodes on waffles and part 2 with Mr. Horace and Miss Dorothy on Jamaica, all coming up soon. See you next week.